Check out these clips from the pre-patch podcast.
So yeah, that's what I've been playing. Enigma, you have been playing Ghostlore?
Yeah,
Correct?
Looking at your gameplay.
I'm kind of oh, not my gameplay, but
Not your
the
gameplay,
developers'
yeah.
gameplay. I did have gameplay, but it was going to take like 7 hours to upload. But yeah, this is I was kind of in the same boat as Sin was, where I was just like I need something to kind of tide me over. I was playing V Rising, the new Gloomrot that came out, and we'll probably talk about that maybe next week, if I can get closer. Well, I probably shouldn't say that.
You won't play Gloomrot.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to play Gloomrot anymore. So Gloomrot is good. It's good. We'll just set it there. But I was looking for kind of like a top down isometric that had kind of scratched that itch, and this one popped up just a little bit before Diablo 4 was like set to release. It's I started seeing stuff about it a little bit before or a little bit after the Service Lamb beta. This is a top down action RPG developed by two people, I think from like South Korea or the Korea someplace. One of those one of the eastern one of the eastern countries. It's based off a huge amount of like Eastern lore and like
I could see that even just
like
in the
ghosts.
style of this game as well.
So ghost lore, all of the enemies that you're going up against is like Eastern lore ghosts. So you've got like
it's like Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yeah, kind of like Ghostwire Tokyo. Yeah, you've got like the creepy like zombies,
the hopping vampires,
yeah. the creepy girls with like the long black hair that
nope.
come out of TVs and shit. Yeah,
uh.
But it does some things that are very interesting. And the reason why I picked this up was because of some of those things. So this game, it has a very like it still has the same things that like Diablo games have, where you pick a class and whatever your class is, that details like what abilities
you can unlock class throughout the entire game. Is this like a progression based game?
Yes, yeah, it's a progression game. So if you pick a class, that is your class throughout the entire game. It's not like a shift between like you can't be like a I think there's one that's called like an artificer, and then there's the one that's called like a demonologist or something like that. You can't combine. Oh, you can combine them. They're later on down the road. You can actually combine them. So if you can take you can like dual class, and I think you can triple class. You can pull between 3 different classes. But the one cool thing that I had,
co-op. Sorry to interrupt. Just
this, I do not believe
would be great if it was co-op.
I don't think so. You might want to check that up on that.
Fucking
on
demon pigs.
Those are demon pigs. Yes.
Co-op.
It is co-op. Okay. Dope.
Yeah.
And it's a really good price for it too. I think it was only like $20, $15. Oh, was it $20? Okay, I think I got it on sale at some point. But anyways, like I was saying, there's a very interesting system. And Sin, you'll probably love this because it's basically Tetris, right? And I know how much you fucking love Tetris, right? There's a system in it that you get these little like cards. You see he's like hovering over him right now, and the glyphs on the side, the left side. So each of those glyphs, you can slot a glyph into that little stock area right there, and then on top of that, you have these glyphs that are like different different shapes, like Tetris shapes. So you've got ones that are like long L's, you've got ones that are squares, you've got ones that are like top down L's, everything like that, right? You can place those in there, and then those specific glyphs have intricate like effects that happen whenever you slot other glyphs into them. So like one of the glyphs that I had was a summoner glyph. So like it had one where if you slotted a certain type of glyph in there, your summons had 30% extra health. It had one that if you slotted it into that specific one, your summons did poison damage. If you had one that was like your summons had more attack speed, it had one that was like your summons had more defense, etc., etc. And they had a bunch of different ones. They had ones for like attack speed, crits, certain damage types, electrical damage, everything like that, right? And I thought that was I really wish that more games would do that kind of thing, because it really does. It takes like an intricate approach to like class building or character building, right? Because you can find these certain types of glyphs that you can kind of slot in there if you're trying to do more of like a like an electrical build, but you still want to have like critical hits as well as like poison you can find a glyph that does like critical hits, poison, and then another glyph that does a lot of like electrical damage and a lot of attack damage, et cetera, right? So that's what kind of drew me into it. That, and I kind of liked the almost like the 8-bit style of the game. I've always liked this style of game, like where it's like the 8-bits, like old Nintendo or Atari style like graphics, but it's like it really does a really good job of like not being too 8-bit, but still having like the animations look clean. Like when you're dodging around, the animations do look really smooth. They look really clean, everything like that. So
that's what I was gonna mention. Like I'm getting like old, like almost PlayStation vibes,
for sure,
but like with new age kind of like, you know, graphics and whatnot.
For sure. Yeah.
It looks good.
But yeah, it's set in like like I said, I can't remember if it's South Korea or if it's it's an Eastern lore of some sorts. They have a bunch of different systems. Like I said, they have the glyph system. They've got a really intricate skill system that you can like pick and choose between. You can like slot your skills into kind of the same thing as your glyphs. Like your skills have like branching interactions they can have with other skills. So like,
you know how many classes there are?
I believe there's 6.
Not bad.
I can't remember the exact names of all of them, but I believe
there a necromancer?
There's a summoner. It's not a necromancer, but there is a summoner. Obviously,
that what's being played here.
This is what's being played here. Yeah, this guy's a summoner.
Looks like it's better than the necromancer. That's
100%. It's better than this summoner, the necromancer summoner in Diablo 4.
Like you were saying, you can like kind of dual spec, so it looks like he's like
you can triple spec.
archer.
Like I said, you can triple spec. Yeah. Yep. So like if you want to be like a they have one that's called like it's called like a changeling or something like that, and that's the one that I was playing. You can like morph yourself into a were-tiger.
So like a druid,
and so you turn into this like essentially like Sin would love this game.
So Sin's already in the box right now buying.
Well,
this game.
you can't turn
Diablo just for this.
You can't turn yourself into a were-duck. So I'm sorry, you can't be Scrooge McDuck, bud. But yeah, you turn into like this big old beefy like were-tiger, and then you just like pounce on shit, and you just and just like tear into.
Is that how it goes?
So,
just like that?
Yep. Pretty much. But no, it's really interesting. I want to put some more time into it. I didn't get a lot of time to play it because I was trying to balance between this and playing Gloomrot and trying to get into Gloomrot so I could talk about it. But I think for like the $20, it's a decent price for what you get, because I think it's like a 12 or a 13-hour campaign.
It looks really good. I'm actually heavily considering picking this up myself.
It's really fun, man. If you pick it up,
especially if it's co-op.
If you pick it up and it's co-op, I'll definitely play it with you 100%. Obviously,
it's giving me like that Hero Siege vibe, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
And like kind of Maple Story too. Obviously not the same style, but you know,
it's funny that you mentioned
that
like
Eastern kind of look.
It's funny that you mentioned Maple Story as well. Like they have a system in here as well for like food. So like food gives you certain types of buffs, but you have to cook it. So it's like Eastern inspired cooking. So you have like rice balls and everything like that, and they give you certain buffs and everything, but you also have to look for like ingredients out in the world when you're out in the world. So you'll come across like rice and
that's cool
and shit like that.
Definitely looks like it's got some like depth to it that more
it does,
than like
man. I was surprised. I was pleasantly shocked and surprised that
I see what you mean by the Tetris now, right?
Yeah,
right here.
Yep, it's right there. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's only being developed by 2 people, which is
that's
crazy.
Impressive.
Yeah. So it's impressive. Like I said, Ghostlore, $20 it looks like.
All right,
I think it's worth it.
You hit your time limit. We gotta move on.
My time limit, sir. My time limit. Excuse me, Mr. Two fucking games, sir. Thank you very much. But yeah, it's good.
Kidding.
I'm good. Yeah, that's all I really had to say about it. It's a fun game, man. I would definitely if you like these top down isometric style games, it's got a lot of depth to it, surprisingly so. Thanks for checking out these patch notes. These are small segments from the Pre-Patch Podcast, live every Thursday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, here on YouTube and on Twitch.